Hey, what's up guys, Totally Dubbed here, and today I'm giving you an overview slash review of the GreenKey USB isolator. So I got sent this by Firestone Audio, thanks to them for sending me this to review. So at first I wasn't quite sure what this isolator did. More to the point that when I tested it, it was very hard to actually find the differences between it being plugged in and something being plugged in into it and something not being plugged into it and listening to the differences. However, after quite a lot of testing, I found something that really did stick out, and hopefully I'll be able to show you the difference. So first of all, I just wanted to show you, it's a bit of a mess over here, and I've got my EHP02D over here connected via USB, USB. I was going to say OTG, but I'm not via OTG, but it's connected over there. It actually goes towards the back over there. And then I've got my Digizoid Z02, which is currently charging, as you can see over there, and connected in over there to the front panel of my computer. Now, you might be saying, why do you double amp? Well, I actually double amp simply because I don't use the Digizoid Z02 as an amp, but I usually use it more of a coloring of the sound. It adds something to the sound. Now, reason I'm saying this is just to show you my setup, and basically what I had done is ignore these headphones. These are Dracos, which are nothing special, but I had my Denon AHD 2000s, which have been modified with a D5000 cup, in case you were wondering, and I was listening to my EHP02D connected up like so, and the GreenKey was basically doing A/B testing. So I was plugging it in, and the O2D next to it, and then unplugging and plugging into the GreenKey, and I was unable to hear any sort of difference. What it's supposed to do is supposed to reduce interference and noise. However, I wasn't able to hear any interference or noise without this, but when I put this on, I still couldn't hear any sort of difference. So bearing in mind that is with a reasonably good, well, should I say reasonably good headphone, really good headphone, a great amp and DAC, and a good portable amp. However, the way I figured it out, and the way I figured out how to see what the GreenKey actually is capable of, is actually when I thought I should plug in my Digizoid Z02 to charge it, and my computer is on at the moment and it's working away. It's actually folding right now, and it was on. The Digizoid Z02 was on, and whilst nothing was playing and everything was on, and I was supposed to hear my headphones, I didn't hear any sort of interference via the O2D. But as soon as I plugged in the Digizoid Z02 to charge, I suddenly noticed a bit of static, and I realized this might be it. So I straight away plugged in my GreenKey, and so therefore I plugged it in like so, which it lights up with a light over here, and then I plugged in my Z02 into this like so, and connected it up for charging. So by connecting it up, I mean I'm connecting it up to charge rather than connecting it up as a DAC. I'm actually connecting it up just to charge. So when I connect it up over here, the light comes on. Now, hopefully I'll be able to demonstrate the difference between it charging and not. Now, this might be really hard, and the reason I'm using Dracos is because they have an open headphone sort of design. It's an on-ear design, so you guys maybe can be able to tell the difference. So I won't talk much, but I will just say when it's on and off. And when I say on, it means it's connected via the GreenKey, and when it's off, it's not connected. So now it's on. And now it's off. On. Off. Now I don't know if you guys are able to hear that. I wouldn't suspect you guys will be able to hear it, simply because my camera isn't that great in terms of picking up such a small sort of static sound. But basically, what I want to try and demonstrate is when I connected up to Z02 without the Fire key, or the Firestone audio GreenKey, I could hear quite a bit of static. And I am on high gain right now, and I am on max volume. However, I could hear it when it was on low volume. The only reason I cranked it up so much was simply because I was trying to see if I could hear it through the headphones on the camera. However, it is noticeable type of static noise which is present, and this is even on low gain and say about 20% on the O2D, and high gain on the Z02. So basically what I'm trying to say is that I could notice a static noise whilst it was charging. However, to counter this, I straight away plugged in my GreenKey, and it solved everything. So in terms of the actual review of the GreenKey, I've got to say that this really will apply to certain audio devices and in certain respects. As I said, I didn't really notice any sort of difference when I connected the O2D with or without the GreenKey, because there was no interference. Now I don't know if that's because the amp is really good or my computer is really good, but I just didn't notice any sort of difference. However, I did notice a difference when I plugged it in, when I plugged in my Z02 to charge, and that was just simply because it's getting current through it, and therefore it's going to be there's going to be interference. However, the Firestone audio GreenKey basically got rid of that that sort of humming, that kind of static noise. So this currently goes for 60 euros, say around let's say around 50 quid. And that's including VAT. And for that price, I think it is worth it. However, as I said, this is kind of like a really perfection of your audio device. You really have to hear a static noise or something, and then realize, hey, actually, I would like to bypass that or improve the signal, and therefore I would buy this. So it is really a perfection of the sound in that respect. However, it's not something that I would go out and actively buy or recommend, simply because for 50 quid you could easily buy yourself a brand new amp, or you could even buy yourself a brand new pair of headphones, and that is a much bigger difference than reducing a signal. So if I had to give this a rating, I'd probably give it 3.5 out of 5, simply because of it does its job, but it isn't something that it's really noticed, especially when you know, I was charging something, so there's probably going to be a huge amount of noise there, and it does reduce it. However, for normal applications, I didn't hear a single difference, and because of that, I can't give it higher than a 3.5 or 4-star rating in that respect. So I hope this video overview and review has given you a little insight as to what this GreenKey does, and also I guess what similar products like these do. Again, this is really for perfecting your audio rather than anything else. If you want to improve your audio experience, then buy yourself some new headphones or even amp, or even improve your quality of your music, and then maybe think of getting something like this to absolutely perfect that sound. Alright guys, well I hope you've enjoyed this video. I've been Totally Dubbed. Please do rate, comment and subscribe to me. That would be greatly appreciated. Alright guys, Totally Dubbed out. Bye bye.